The humanitarian disaster in Gaza has reached catastrophic proportions, with food supplies dwindling and aid barely trickling in. The region is now facing a full-blown hunger crisis. Health workers on the ground warn of a sharp rise in malnutrition-related deaths, especially among children. Here's a breakdown of the unfolding emergency and what health officials, aid workers, and global organizations are saying. The hunger crisis in the Gaza Strip has surged, alarmingly, in recent weeks, health workers say, with an increasing number of children dying from malnutrition as thousands across the besieged Palestinian enclave suffer from extreme food shortages. Even we, the young ones, can barely walk due to lack of food, said Walid Abu Mohsen, a father of 7 from Khan Yunis. He expressed relief to NBC News after securing a sack of flour from one of the few aid trucks that made it into the city, amid chaotic scenes of desperate civilians. In another part of Gaza, deadly scenes unfolded as people were killed while waiting for food supplies that could have meant survival for their families. Famine is now striking Gaza alarmingly and terrifyingly, said Dr. Mohammed Salmiya, director of Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City. He warned that hospitals are overwhelmed with waves of patients suffering from malnutrition. On Saturday alone, 2 children died from hunger-related complications at Al-Shifa. The Palestinian Health Ministry reported 19 deaths from malnutrition in Gaza within the past 24 hours. While NBC News could not independently confirm these figures, they reflect a worsening trend. Dr. Salmiya added that more than 70 people, including over 50 children, have died from hunger-related causes since Israel imposed a strict blockade in early March. Although the blockade was lifted in May, Israel has only allowed limited aid into Gaza. That aid is largely distributed by the controversial Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, backed by the US and Israel. The foundation's distribution model has come under fire, with reports of hundreds of Palestinians killed while attempting to collect food. Dr. Travis Mellon, an anesthesiologist from Oregon volunteering in Gaza, said hunger is visible everywhere, with nearly 100% of patients in hospitals showing signs of malnutrition. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres also sounded the alarm, saying through spokesperson Stéphane Dujarric that the last lifelines keeping people alive are collapsing. Sunday marked the deadliest day so far related to aid distribution. Dr. Marwan Al-Hams, director of field hospitals, told NBC News that more than 90 people were killed while attempting to reach food. Zahar al-Wahidi, head of the Health Ministry's Records Department, said most of the victims died near a crossing with Israel. The tragedy did not appear to involve the GHF's distribution system, which has already been widely criticized by the UN and other humanitarian organizations. The World Food Programme, WFP, reported that a 25-truck convoy carrying essential food supplies came under fire at the Zikkim border. Israeli tanks and snipers allegedly opened fire on the crowd waiting for food, resulting in a tragic loss of life. Israel Defense Forces spokesperson Lot Kol Nadav Shoshani acknowledged the incident was under investigation but claimed that the number of casualties reported does not align with the information held by the IDF. Earlier this month, the UN Human Rights Office, OHCHR, reported that nearly 900 people in Gaza had died trying to access food. In a Sunday news release, GHF stated that it had distributed over 82 million meals since late May. But with Gaza's population at approximately 2.1 million, This equates to fewer than one meal per person per day over more than 50 days. Other aid efforts are ongoing, but experts warn that not nearly enough food is reaching the population. Food prices in local markets have skyrocketed due to the shortage, worsening the crisis. According to the WFP, nearly 1 in every 3 people in Gaza is not eating for days at a time. Carl Scow, Deputy Executive Director and COO of the WFP, said, "The situation is worse than I've ever seen it before." He described how some mothers urge their children not to play to conserve energy, knowing there's no food to replenish them. A GHF spokesperson admitted in an email to NBC News that there isn't enough aid coming into Gaza, stressing GHF is the only organization that has been able to get aid in, and that needs to change fast. NBC News reached out to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office for comment, but no response was received as of Monday. Israeli officials maintain that there are hundreds of aid trucks already inside Gaza awaiting distribution. According to IDF spokesperson Shoshani, more than 700 trucks are currently in the enclave. Before the war, around 500 aid trucks entered Gaza daily. According to the British Red Cross, aid workers have described the effort to distribute food under current conditions as a logistical